A primary school teacher was telling me how she asked the pupils to tell her what they do first every morning after having long nights of sleep. And she told me that the first person answered, after my sleep in the morning, I go to the restroom to ease myself. Then the second person answered that, in the morning the first thing I do is to brush my mouth. Then the other person answered, I look for my mommy and I give her a good morning kiss. Then another person answered, the first thing I do in the morning is for me to pray. Then she told them, I was not asking for more answers because you did not get the answer. All of you answered rightly. But the problem is, before you do all this, before you go to pray first in the morning, you must wake up. Before you go to brush your teeth, you must wake up. Before you go to ease yourself, you must wake up. Before you go to greet your dad or your mom, you must wake up. And that is where I tell you that the greatest thing that we do is done by the Lord. Yet it's we that go to the restroom, it's we that brush our mouth, and it's we that prays and greet others. But before we do all this, God makes sure that we wake up. My dear brothers and sisters, that also makes me to think that God has not forgotten somebody. You are alive in the last month. You might have been lost, but God has not lost you. It's a very good thing. As I see you eyeball to eyeball, you have not been lost. As I see you the way you are, with your facial expression and your countenance, it means that you have not been lost. God will never allow you to be lost. And that is why you know that as we are still alive in this December, irrespective of whatever hardship we are passing through, we are receiving from the Lord the miracle of sleeping and waking. And that is why the Holy Spirit prophesied through me since October that this December, Adorance Family of Omi Ukwu Jesus, we declare and pray that is a month of super grace. A reverend father that is close to me told me, Father, it should be super abundant grace. I said, the Holy Spirit said, we are not qualifying abundance, but the adjective super is qualifying grace on its own. It's not a grace that comes through abundance, but it's a grace that is everywhere. My grace is enough for you. And that is why also we come to hear that grace comes through Jesus Christ and law came through Moses. In John's Gospel chapter 1 verse 17, the grace that comes through Jesus Christ surpasses every grace. And that is why the God of Omi Ukwu tells Father Leo, you are priest in Omi Ukwu, that this is a month that you must embrace your grace. Nothing is more than grace. Grace of God is everything. Where it lacks in your life, you cannot be. You are not a product in making, but you are rather a product that will go into extinction. Somebody will not go into extinction. Somebody's desire will not go into extinction. Sister or brother, this month of December, you will not go into extinction. And that is why somebody hears it very clear in everything. And St. Paul tells us, 1 Corinthians chapter 11, that 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 10, that all I am is by your grace. Whatever I am now, it is by your grace. You can imagine. And that is where you know we are praying for the grace of God. Thank God I see you now. Thank God that you hear my voice. It's a sign that you are alive. You cannot be ordained to man. You cannot be half dead. You cannot be living dead. You cannot be a mobile mortuary. You cannot be a casket in a human figure. It can never happen. I can see what God is doing. I don't know what you are thinking, but I know that God has done it. ahead with our glory, abundance in our glory.